Hey, it's the Scotch Test Dummies. We've got Amrut. It's a whiskey from where?
India, Bangalore, 3,000 feet above sea level.
You're going to sit there looking me in the eye
Looking
and tell me we got an Indian whiskey.
Yes. And Herman told us Amrut means passion, baby.
Passion. Let's test it.
Test it. It's the Scotch Test Dummies. Today we're talking about a whiskey that comes from barley that is grown at the foot, the big left toe of the Himalayas.
It claims that east meets west in this unique bottling.
Love it. I'm going to tell you right now, love this, surprised me, and it means passion.
Amrut?
Amrut.
Amrut?
Now here's the deal.
Amrute?
You met a fella in Richmond who has, and I don't know, we're not going to go into too deep a detail because it's kind of his little thing, but basically there's like a whiskey trading thing going
We talked about him on a prior episode, one of our Twitter followers.
Right. I don't know if he wants a flood of people or does he?
I don't know. We're not going to name him. If he wants us to name him, that's fine. Alan, let us know.
You just named him.
No, I didn't.
Oh. Okay.
I said Alan.
That's kind of enough.
Anyway, there's plenty of people out there doing this though, basically swapping samples. So you don't have to buy a $300 bottle of Scotch yourself. Find someone. If you've got something, you do a swap. Send me a sample. I'll send you a sample.
Case in point, though, I think you have to have at least one $300.
Well, you want to make it.
Yeah, because hey,
you don't want to swap
Jimmy,
red label.
Jimmy, yeah, send me some of that $300 sample. I'm sending you some red label Johnny Walker, baby.
Yeah.
Woo! You ain't had this.
You know,
you ain't had it. You ain't had this, Jimmy.
Yeah, red label. That's some
woo. And you know what,
stuff.
Jimmy? I put a little of my own sherry in there. I made my own mixture for you, baby.
Yeah.
It's a gift. I added that in there.
It's one for one. It's an eye for an eye.
I'm projecting because we're using your phone.
Yeah.
It's an eye for an eye.
Yeah.
Ounce for an ounce.
You don't want to give a thumb
ounce for an ounce would be better. It's an ounce for an ounce.
Because that deals in quantitative measure.
Yeah. You're sending me a sample.
No, I say you want, if you're doing a 30-year though.
Oh yeah, you don't want like
a recent one I'm doing is we're getting a good sample, so I'm actually sending 2 samples of bottlings, different bottlings.
Oh, so you're making up like you send it 20 years, so you send them 2 tins?
Basically.
Okay, that makes
something
sense.
like that.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But there's a lot of people online that's doing this. If you're unaware, look around, dig in. If not, put it out there on Facebook yourself. And say, hey, you've got this, or, what samples you have or you're willing to wheel and deal with. And then someone will reply to you and say, hey, they've got this, we've got this, let's swap.
And if you want your club to be publicly outed to the man that has this, go ahead and put it in the comments. If you want to come out. Yes, if you want to come out of the proverbial secret Scotch closet, my friend that does the Scotch whiskey or the whiskey trading, come out on the comments and say, send me a message if you want to be in, because I do think the more people in that, the better it is.
Oh, sure.
What if somebody from India wanted to send us a sample? How much would it cost us to mail something like that to India? And is it legal?
Like $5 maybe.
Really? Is it legal to send something to India?
Probably higher.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the only thing I'm saying.
I mean, even listening, were you?
Yeah, you said $5 to India. And I'm thinking, no,
that's all right. $5 to India.
Bruno doesn't mail much. Love the bottle. This one surprised me. This was $80. This was expensive. This was actually the first whiskey that I bought that was from abroad, not from Ireland, not from Scotland. And I got to admit, my expectations.
No, you had Japanese. We had
Japanese. I did have the Hakushu. Oh,
what I didn't. Let me pour my own.
Here, I can give you some.
Yeah, just pour me some of yours.
Because that's too much.
What I did point out to Bart, and we were at the liquor store together on this, and he picked it up, and I said, did you think 4 or 5 years ago that you would see yourself at the liquor store and you just dropped 80 or 90 bucks on an Indian whiskey that you've never even tried?
Yes. No.
No.
No. That's why I love this show. Were we not doing this show, I wouldn't have done it. But I thought, you know what? Amrut from India, from Bangalore.
Got to.
This is going to be great on the show.
Boom.
Yeah, boom. Just did
Boom.
it.
Bought
Just
it.
did it.
There
Bought
it
it,
is.
and I was nervous I wasn't going to like it. The nervousness was misplaced.
I had seen it on the shelf. I had not bought it. I have to say I was blown away by it.
Blown away. Now, I have my notes all queued up, and they just bounced all over the place.
Well, we got, this is Amrut Fusion, which is one of their bottlings. They have several. This is the Fusion bottling.
Keep talking. I
You can't find yours.
it was
No
literally
way.
like
Bart's got this great filing system for his notes.
It's horrible. It was all preset, and then it refreshed
I'm like,
on
what
me
are
and
you
shot
doing?
it to the top.
What are
It's
you
horrible.
doing, dude? All right. Bart had bought this. We were at my place. We cracked it open. The nose, to me, really reminded me of a bourbon almost. I got a sherry hint. I got just a faint hint of nail polish, but a very slight peat and malt on the nose. And it's very, it's got a great nose to it. And where are we at on our percentage? 50% alcohol, so it's a little bit higher. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to bring this one down a little bit for my palate.
I've got a, from the nose, neat, I get a tangerine and a hint of clove, and it comes across fresh and crisp.
I'll go with a spice, like a cinnamon almost to me. Maybe the clove.
Sure.
A little bit of an alcohol burn on the
Let me try
nose.
this. I'll taste it.
Yeah. It does, it's still, even today, it's reminded me of a bourbon almost on the nose.
Whew. Yeah, definitely bring it down with a little water, but I get a hint of peat right off the top. Very spicy, high, almost like that high alcohol content. And then it goes into a beautiful creamy mouthfeel. Get that?
It starts out
Yeah,
in
trails
your
out.
mouth with a great mouthfeel.
Trails out sweet and smooth, and its mouthfeel is luscious. It coats my mouth, brings in that beautiful, nice coating of the mouth, and it's just delectable. I mean, I brought this over to Scott's house. My expectations were not that high. I mean, I thought it would be okay.
I would agree, yeah, with a whiskey from India. And I hadn't seen that much on it. Ooh, there's a nut right there. I just got a nut taste. I came in late even. But yeah, and there's some Taiwan whiskeys.
There
some
is a
Indian
nuttiness to this,
whiskeys,
yeah.
the Japanese whiskeys. They're all getting good reviews, and we're seeing them a lot in our whiskey publications. We're seeing them on Twitter. We're seeing them in the news.
I get a beautiful maltedness
Yeah.
to this as well. This is phenomenal. I love this. There's some complexity to it. One of the things I love about this is a 50% ABV. Because of, weren't they saying with this that it's a little warmer so everything matures a little faster? I mean, there is no age statement on
Right.
here.
I
So this
think
is
I believe
basically
that
an
is the
NAS.
case. I believe that is the case with the Amrut.
But here's my deal. If it's warmer there, like it is in Taiwan, with how they were doing their stuff in Taiwan, and if they can put this quality of a whiskey out, and they can do it in 5 years, hello, this Amrut Fusion single malt whiskey is awesome.
Now let me ask you though, they do say, actually when we tasted this, I did get a slight peat.
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
get a
right
peat
now,
off the
are you?
beginning. Yeah. Yeah, I get a peat right at the front of it.
Now when we tasted this, I did get a slight peat. Like I said, it's very sweet. A smooth, creamy mouthfeel that we talked about. a maltiness, and the spiciness. So
Yeah,
it's all there.
What I have started to really, really covet in my scotches, or in my whiskeys, I should say, is those transitions, those pops.
Ooh.
This
Wrong
is,
pipe.
yeah, it's a high ABV too. This has those transitions, and it's a different transition than what I'm used to. It's that spiciness, it's that maltiness, that wet hay, that allspice that's in there, the creamy vanilla, and beautiful, beautiful purchase for $80. Beautiful. If you can get a hold of Amrut Fusion, Passion Fusion, do it.
And just because you brought up hay, when I was in Alabama for some training last year, one of the instructors,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, kept referencing freshly Monet.
Freshly Monet.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, what the hell is this guy talking about? Freshly Monet. It's fresh mown hay.
I thought you were talking about a painting, like a fresh
yeah,
Monet.
I know, that's what I kept picturing too.
Like,
when he
wow,
was
you
talking.
don't seem like you'd be into classical art. No, fresh mown hay.
Yeah, it's like fresh Monet.
Fresh mown hay.
You know, out there and you
Fresh
out there
Monet.
and there's fresh Monet.
There's a little fresh Monet out there, right outside,
I had to ask
fresh
him, like,
Monet.
what
Little
the hell
Monet.
is he saying?
Monet right out, Roll Tide.
He's saying fresh Monet.
Mowed hay.
Hay. I'm like, oh.
The spice in this is probably my favorite aspect. It gives you that sparkiness, that maltiness, and almost maybe a little bit of fruity caramel. And you know what? My malt mark on this is a 90. I can't see what he's doing. He's doing something, but mine is a 90. What'd you do? Hello, 92.
92.
Yeah, love this.
It is high. That's a high malt mark.
Yeah, this is a gift. When I got this, I was blown away. I literally almost didn't get it. I thought, you know what? I want to try something. I've had the Japanese. I want to try something from India. I'd been listening to Mark Gillespie
Whiskey cast?
on Whiskey Cast, and he'd mentioned a few of these different whiskeys coming from around the world. And folks, we were in good times. We were in very good times.
Don't be, and that's what I was telling one of my friends recently. Don't be afraid to branch out. And we were just talking about even Irish whiskeys, and he hadn't ventured much out of bourbons and Scotch. And we were talking some Irish whiskeys, and I had told him even, man, don't be afraid to try some of those Japanese whiskeys. Try some of those Indias, the Taiwan. Do it, because there's some good stuff that's being produced out there.
Yeah, the barley that's coming from the foot of the Himalayas is a gift from God in this. I'm telling you, I love that.
The barley from the Himalayas, the foot of the Himalayas,
Is a gift from God. Yeah. You don't like it?
There you have it.
Scotch Test Dummies.
Cilantro.
Gifts from God. This is some sweet juice. Cilantro. See you guys later.
Dummies.
Bye.
You need to really try to you get so close, you dwarf me anyway, but you get up there and you're leaning towards it, and then I'm trying to stay with you. You gotta try to stay back just a little bit.
All over, like coming in with shit. Be like, I'm excited. This is from India. We got stuff from India here.